Welcome to Gems of Knowledge with your host, David Bellman and Justin Kroll. Each week, our experts will answer all of your jewelry questions with Rachel Putney, our social media maven, who will relay your questions to our experts. And now, here's your host, David Bellman.
Hi, I'm David Bellman, and welcome to Gems of Knowledge, where each week our jewelry insiders will demystify the jewelry industry. This week in segment 1 is a very interesting segment about how we make custom jewelry. In segment 2, we answer your jewelry questions. And in segment 3, we have a fun contest where Justin and I are going to pit each other head to head in an amazing jewelry contest. So let's get started. My good friend Justin is here.
Hey, Dave.
As is Rachel.
Hello.
Hello, honey. Nice
How
to
are
see you
ya?
again.
Of
Everyone's
course.
doing a great
Honey.
job. No,
Do you hear
yeah.
that?
Oh, we've
Hi,
been.
honey.
Wow.
Well, you haven't been watching Scarborough, have you?
No.
And was it Mika? Is that her name?
He calls her honey?
Yeah. Well, no, they got engaged a couple days ago.
Whoa! What are you implying?
Yeah. I'm just saying these people on television. Next thing you know, they're getting married and engaged. Anyway,
Well,
it's a long story.
Okay.
I can't do this anymore.
And if you don't watch MSNBC, you wouldn't know what was going on.
No,
Anyway.
definitely don't watch MSNBC.
All right. Well, good for you because never mind. I don't want to get in trouble. So we're back, and we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of doing custom rings. And we do a lot of custom work here.
Awesome.
It's a
Yeah.
big part of our business, and it's becoming a big part of what people want. This is what people are asking for when they're coming into the store. So recently, we made up a very, very interesting ring, and I thought it might be a lot of fun to walk everybody through the process. You guys know the ring. You've seen it go through the process as well. And so we're going to put up some pictures, actually, of the entire process that we used for making this ring.
Cool.
So a woman came in, and she had a big pear-shaped diamond that she wanted to have made into a custom ring, and she wanted to do something really special with it, something really unique. And I said, great, no problem. We can take care of that. And she came in with a drawing, and I think we're getting ready to bring that up now. So this is how it kind of started out. She brought this in. She had found it on the internet, and she said, all right, with the faces. She brought this drawing in, and she said, this is what I like. This is the ideal or the inspiration for the ring that I want to make with my diamond. And we said, sure, that's not a problem. That's the type of thing that we do all the time. And I said, sure, let's get it started. So the first thing that we do is we do a CAD drawing. And that's probably one of the biggest things that's happening in the industry right now is all this CAD design.
Yeah, you want to explain what CAD stands for and what it means?
Sure. Computer animated design.
Yeah.
There you go. And it's very, very helpful because back in the day, we used to have to kind of like try to draw a picture, and it was a sketch, and you really couldn't see the ring. I mean, you kind of got an idea depending on how great the artist was. But today, we can draw it three-dimensionally like you're looking at now, and you can see how we can lay out the entire ring for the person, and we show them multiple views. So I think, what do we have? Maybe three views of this. There we go. And what we're doing here, just so you know, is those diamonds that are in the black area are actually black diamonds. And then what we do is rhodium plate the white gold metal black with like a black rhodium. We talk about white rhodium plating rings to make them whiter.
Right.
Well, you can black rhodium rings and make them black. So we have in those starburst on the top, all the black diamonds with the black rhodium on top. And then the rest of it was all done in 14 karat white gold. And you can even see the prongs that are sticking up, where the diamond is in the center. And that's because we're going to take this piece right here that we've drawn, and we're going to print it in wax in order to make the mounting for her to set her diamonds into. Yeah. So this is it. This is actually printed on a wax printer. And here we go through the process. We'll just click through these really quick. But you can see now we bring this into the customer, and we can actually show them the wax and how it looks, and they can get a feel for the dimensions of the ring and the size of it. And it looks really, really kind of cool. And then when it's all said and done, we're going to cast that in gold, and then do all the rest of the work with the setting process of the diamonds and all the polishing. And there's the finished product. And that's how
Wow.
the ring ultimately came out. So, going back to her original, not that I want you to switch back to the pictures, but if you think back to the original picture that I showed you, you can see that, it came out to be very, very similar. Let's see another view of this if we could. Yeah, look at that. The
Now
level of
that's
detail.
a custom piece.
Yeah.
You don't find that just in a store.
No, and that's what it's all about. And she was thrilled when she got this ring. It came out absolutely perfect, exactly the way she wanted it. And that's the danger of working with custom jewelry.
Right.
Is someone comes in with an idea in their mind of what they're looking for, and then you try to draw it out for them back when we had to do the drawings. And then when you then you make the ring and give it to them, it's like, that's not exactly what I thought it was going to be.
And at that point, what happens?
That's a big problem. Yeah, at that point, it's a real issue because, when you're doing this type of work, it's hard to go back and undo it.
Right.
So it really makes it difficult for the jeweler to make what that person's envisioning in their mind and then make it in a three-dimensional object exactly the way they're picturing it. It's very hard to connect those dots together for people.
Right.
So,
If not impossible, right? I mean, if they say they don't like it, I mean, they have to. You can't just go back and fix it in some instances. You have to remake the whole
start
thing.
over.
Basically.
And who's going to eat that cost typically? Is it the jeweler or the customer?
well, it just depends. My experience has been in the custom work that we've done is very rarely do we run into a situation where it doesn't come out looking exactly or very, very close to what they had envisioned because we have all these new tools,
Right.
that are available to us. But in the situation where that does happen, there has to be, I think, some give and take between the jeweler and the person who's designing it because you're working together as a team and you're trying to do the best you can to make that ring the way they want it. And hopefully they'll be satisfied with it. But if they're not, you try to make an accommodation to make it work.
Right.
And fortunately for us, like I say, 99% of the time, we'll nail it the first time and it's never really an issue.
Right.
And at that point,
I have
it's
a-
really rewarding for the jeweler,
Oh, yeah.
to finish a custom piece, and they absolutely love it. That's, I think, the great part about making a custom piece. But that 1% where it doesn't come out, that's an ugly part of the custom process on our
There's
end. Because
more ugly
we
parts
will
than that.
eat the
Yep.
cost, and it hurts.
It does. No, it absolutely does. And here's the key right here is that when you're doing this type of custom work, you want to make sure that not only can can the designer design it, but can they make it?
Right.
There were, in that particular ring, there were no less than 7 people, different people involved in making that ring. There was one guy that casted the ring. There's one guy that set the diamonds. There's one guy that did the rhodium plating and the polishing. There's one guy for, doing some of the side setting work. It was all done by different people who were experts in those particular fields.
Right.
That's how a piece of jewelry should be made. In a lot of jewelry stores, what they do is they have one bench jeweler that works there, and he's good at a lot of things, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but he's not good at everything. And so it's very important that you deal with someone who has the right staff, the right operators, if you will, the right designers, and the right people on staff that can then finish the job and get it done right. Because a
Right.
piece like that, for us, it took only 3 weeks to put it together. In some cases, it'll take somebody a couple of months. But we've got all these people lined up, and we do it all the time, so we can go through the process a lot quicker.
Right.
It's a very involved process. Howard, do we have the capability to go back to the CAD, one of the CAD renderings? Is that possible?
Yeah, he's working on it.
Yes, it is. I'm going
Oh,
to
cool.
it.
Because I have a lot to talk about custom design pieces, and one of the things that I don't understand with all of our technology, because I just went through this with one of my customers with a custom design, she couldn't wrap her head around this photo, not this exact one, but why, with all the technology, can we not show a rendering that the prongs are down, the edges are softened, the thing is polished? Why does it have to be such, with all the technology?
Yeah.
Why can't it be rendered in a way that it's going to look more like the finished product? Because she really struggled with that. Can you explain?
Sure, fine. No. There's 2 types of processes. That CAD drawing is the exact drawing that we're going to use. So again, sorry, Howard, but if you could pop it back up. You notice how the prongs were sticking up?
Yeah.
That's because from that drawing, we're going to print the wax. right? So those prongs have to stick up. I mean, you notice when the ring was done, right?
That I get.
Okay.
That's because it's preset.
Okay, so so that we have to draw this ring as it's going to be casted.
Right.
What you're talking about is a whole different other kind of CAD drawings,
Right.
where all you're doing is you're just drawing the design of the ring, not the actual casting that it's going to be made from.
Exactly. So from our point of view as a salesman, can't they just simply do 2 instead of 1? So they give us this rendering that you're going to actually do the 3D wax of,
Yep.
but also finish it off. Let us show the customer
Yes.
the finished piece, what it's going to look like.
I just went through that same thing last night. It wasn't a full custom piece. It was a mother's ring. So she was picking a mounting and then the stones. And she was seeing the mounting with no stones and she couldn't wrap her head around it. She's like, I can't figure out what it looks like. And I could picture it, but as a customer, it is hard to picture. And then we were able to show her it in white gold versus yellow gold. So then she still couldn't get, that full picture.
Yep.
So do we have
Is the
technology
technology there that we can supply that rendering as well?
Yep. And what's always the common denominator when we're talking about anything in life?
Cash.
It costs money.
And I
Right.
have a lot to say. Do you want to
I
say
thought you were going to say,
something
and I
first?
have a lot of
No, it's okay. So
No, that I don't.
Yeah, well, I'll answer your question and then you can go into a tirade.
Okay.
So if we can do it, but we would have to hire a second person because there's a separate person that would do that type of work. They would draw it all out nice and pretty. And you're probably talking between $500 and $1,000 worth of labor to have that done, and that's the problem.
Our same guy can't do it? The guy who's doing the first CAD can't just...
No, because it's not the software that he works with. It's a whole different world. It's a whole different set of software packages. It's a whole different, and it's artistic. It's more of an artistic type of a thing as it is opposed to this is more of a mechanical or between $500 and $1,000 to do that type of work. He has to do that himself. He can't. The other guy can't do that. He can't. The guy that we're used now for this, that's not what he does.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole different world.
Well, that's I understand now.
Yep.
My thing about custom, just to give my opinion on it, I customize a lot of my things. I customize my car. I'll customize things that I know that I'm never going to get that money back. So if I like on a Mustang or something, I'm gonna spend all this money to put a new air intake or whatever I put into it. It's actually could number one, devalue that car.
Right.
Not really, it doesn't apply to jewelry, but I'm never gonna get that money back.
Right.
So I just want the other side of it. When I'm buying jewelry, as soon as someone calls on the phone and they say, "Yeah, I have this custom ring," I cringe, okay? Because it's custom to their taste.
Yep.
Right.
And when that comes in, like that ring, that wouldn't be so easy to resell. That is for a very specific taste
Yep.
and a very specific customer. So they're going to pay a lot more money to have it custom made than, say, picking it out of a catalog or something out of stock.
Yep.
But it's worth it in some instances. And others, if you custom make it and you go to resell that ring when you're tired of it, don't expect to get all that custom money out of it when you're done.
All the labor they paid for, it's impossible to get that money back. So if you don't have every intention on keeping it for the rest of your life, you are going to take a loss on that piece if you choose to sell it.
And I custom things too. I do it, but I know I'm going to do it because I love it. It makes me happy and I want it, but not because I'm going to get my money out of it at the end.
No, that's true. And we do struggle with that, and we try to use eBay and some of these national, platforms to show these pieces to try to open it up to a wider audience when
Yes.
you do have
Right.
custom pieces. So hopefully you can find somebody like-minded who can appreciate
Agreed.
your style and what you're doing with that piece.
And that's another thing, but they are buying it pre-owned.
That
So
too.
again, you're not going to get
Well, of course.
all of your money back because it's now a pre-owned piece.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about luxury items.
Right.
We're not talking about investments. If you want to go to
Right.
the investment
Right.
show, go to Bloomberg, and they'll teach you all about investing
Sure,
money.
sure.
If you want to have fun and design jewelry, make some fun stuff for yourself, and get a fair amount of money back, you'll be okay.
But
Right.
there is that impression that people have, because I hear it every day. They think it, I have this custom piece. It's designed that, and I paid this much for it. That's great, but just don't expect to get that custom price back out of it.
No, I think that's a really good point, and why we're here. The whole point of the show is to kind of open up your minds to all
honest.
these types of different things that go on in our industry, and be honest and show you exactly how, the good and the bad, right?
Yeah.
And bring people on board and help them out.
Demystify.
Ooh,
Right.
I like the sound
So
of that.
basically, the good part is that it is exactly what they want. It's to their taste. It's
Yes.
it's more sentimental because they didn't just pick it out of a case. They actually, put thought into it and made it exactly how they want to.
No one else will have
No
one.
one else will have it. That is the great part about it.
Yes.
The bad part about it is if they choose to resell it,
It might be a little difficult.
it's gonna be difficult.
No, and that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so we're out of time for this particular segment, but
Okay.
that was great. And then we're going to take a short break and come back with a very fun segment coming up.
Cool.
Hey guys, it's Howard. Tune into Gems of Knowledge every Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Join our jewelry insiders David Bellman and Justin Kroll each week as they demystify the jewelry industry. Don't miss an episode. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today.
Hi, we're back, and now Rachel is going to talk about our contest, which I guess has been getting a lot of hits.
Yeah, so you guys all have the opportunity to win a $100 Visa gift card. If you don't do it, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's a free $100.
That's right.
And it's easy. All you have to do is like our Facebook page, tag 3 friends in our contest post, which is on our page, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then just comment done. You can comment on our YouTube or you can comment on the Facebook. We're tracking both, so don't feel like it has to be one or the other. I know people were getting confused on that. But like I said, it's a free $100. You should probably do it. It ends May 11th.
Can I do it?
I'm doing it.
Well, then I'm in.
It ends May 11th, and we will announce the winner on our May 14th episode, so stay tuned.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm glad we're
Yes.
getting involvement, and I'm glad people are doing it. So
Yeah.
that's,
Yep.
that's a good sign for us.
Absolutely.
All right. So I think the next thing we should do is answer some questions, because I know we've been getting quite a few.
Nice.
So we'll ask our media maven
Let's
to...
get started. Yeah, I have a good question about watches, so whoever wants to answer.
Yeah.
It is, what is the difference between a Swiss-made watch and a mass-manufactured watch?
Oh boy.
Something overseas type watch, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the Quartz watches you see today, and just so everyone has an understanding of the difference between Quartz versus automatic. Mm-hmm. I tell people that come into the store all the time, Quartz is essentially a watch that you're buying. You're buying the case, the name brand, and then the internals of it is essentially a small computer chip type thing and a mechanism that runs off a battery.
Yep.
The benefits of Quartz is the cost, very inexpensive, and the benefit is also the accuracy. Very accurate.
No winding, right?
No, yeah, another great benefit. No winding. Sometimes they're digital, things like that.
Right.
But they're generally made very cheaply, very inexpensive. In the person's question, a lot of those are manufactured in China and Japan. Japan makes a movement that comes in a lot of Quartz watches. Now, an automatic is a mechanical watch that was produced by a watchmaker that has gears, springs, crystals,
moving parts,
all handmade for the most part.
Yep.
And is very labor intensive, high quality. Generally, the cons are going to be very expensive,
Yep.
not as accurate. Typically, over years of use, they have to be adjusted,
Cleaned.
and tuned, well maintained. It's those. I mean, we've talked
They're
about it before.
luxury watches.
They're luxury watches. They can be good investments, and they're something you can hand down from generation to generation. These are really fine timepieces. I really enjoy.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example. You're probably too young to remember, but when Seiko watches first came out in the 70s, I believe,
Yeah.
they were a nice watch. I mean, they were quartz,
Yeah.
But the quality of the way that the band was made, the way it was assembled, I mean, the whole watch itself was just like,
They're collectible now.
yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Well, what's happening is over time is Seiko has gone very commercial.
Yeah.
So it was a good quartz. So there's good quartz. I guess my point is there's good quartz watches and there's really bad. I mean, you can buy a quartz watch for $5 in a store, in a department store, if you want to. But
Right.
The point is, and it'll keep just as probably as good time as the $1,000 quartz watch will. But over time, what happened with Seiko and with Seiko watches today, they're very, very cheaply made and they're mass produced. But there are some brands out there with some really high quality quartz watches, but all the qualities in the band and in the way that it's put together. So it's the kind of like the body on the outside, and the inside is that electronic movement. And they're all, like you say, they're all pretty much the same at that point. They're all going to keep time
Right.
exactly the same. So you're really just paying for the for the look, the
Right.
outside,
Right.
and in a lot of cases, a lot of money for the branding.
Yes, absolutely. Another negative of the quartz is if you just, put it in a drawer and forget about it, that battery can corrode over time.
And doesn't it ruin the whole watch?
It can, absolutely. Yeah, it really can. And
Yeah, we've seen enough of that
Yeah.
over the years
Yeah.
where people, they sit on them and that's what happens.
I would say a quartz watch is not something to look at as something you're going to hand down, compared to a mechanical watch.
Yeah, especially these days where everything is so electronic. It's kind of fun. And there are some people that are doing some really fun things with these sophisticated mechanical movements. And I'm talking about the $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 watches, which we won't go into at the moment. But, there are people that are out there designing like 10 one-off type of these crazy intense movements that are, from an engineering point of view, just off the charts.
Love to do the show on that side.
We're going to bring an
expert on that.
There is an expert that wants to be on the show. It's either through one of our watch reps said he's going to bring us in a guy. He's got like 500,000 likes on Facebook. I mean, he's really like
That's awesome.
He's like this watch guru guy.
Very cool.
And we'll bring him in on Skype.
Yeah.
And do that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, working on it. All right, let's do another one.
All right. So this is actually a really good question because I think we all hear it, not often, but someone will come in and say, I had this ring melted down and made into a different piece.
Mm-hmm.
Can that actually happen? Because this question is, can I melt this ring down and make a new one?
Okay.
And here's
You
the,
wanna-
the true story or what really
Yeah.
happens.
This is like the
or-
brutal, honest truth.
So, I believe it is possible. Okay, you can do it. Is anything's possible? Okay,
Right.
okay. But what happens most of the time? A jeweler will say they'll take the metal and they'll recreate it, but they actually just scrap that metal. They start over. So jewelers want to use clean, fresh metal, their own metal that they know the source, that doesn't have any solder, doesn't have any issues, and they just basically either build the ring, a new ring if they're doing a custom ring hand done, or
Right.
they just order it out of a catalog, and the old metal just gets scrapped.
And they tell
it
them
sucks.
that.
Yeah.
So I guess that brings us back to making sure you go to a local jeweler that you trust, that if that's really what you want to do, they'll make it happen, because like Justin said, it is possible.
Well, here's the process, all right? So, and we've done it for people before, and Justin's absolutely right. You have to have pure metal to start with. Otherwise, when you go to cast it, so if I just took old, scrap jewelry, like old rings
Yep.
and so forth, melted it down and used that gold as is and casted with it, what we'll do is we create porosity make pits, pits on the gold.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at the gold and you see these little like pinholes actually in the gold itself.
Yep.
Not a good thing to do. So, and of course that makes it like Swiss cheese. And of course the gold wears down faster because it's got all these pinholes in it, right? And,
Yeah.
and it looks bad. So what you have to do is and we've done it, take their gold, send it to a refiner, and have them take that, let's say it's 14 or 18 karat gold jewelry that they brought in, refine it back to 24 karat gold, then remix it again for 14 karat if that's what we're going to make.
Right.
And then use that gold, which we can do, to cast the ring that they want made using that actual real gold as the essence of what they started with.
Right.
And it's a lot of work. And it
It's a
costs a
lot
lot
of
of
work.
money.
It's a lot of work.
Very
Well, not a lot of
expensive.
money, but it costs extra money. It's an extra step that
Right.
you have to go through, and maybe it's an extra $100 or $200. I mean, it's not crazy expensive, but it has to be done, and it takes time. But we can do it. Yeah.
I would say 99% of all jewelers don't do that.
Oh yeah.
But
no,
say
no.
they do.
That's
course.
right.
That's sad.
It is.
It's like when you send your meal back at the restaurant. Oh, it's a brand new plate. This is got your brand new meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Brand new plate with
That's-
something extra added into it.
All right.
So I guess it is important to build a relationship with someone where
Yeah.
they are gonna
Yeah.
do what they say they're gonna do, because people are bringing in like sentimental pieces, and
Oh yeah.
jewelers,
we're
some jewelers that just won't care, and they're gonna tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah, and
Like in
going,
any business is like that. Again, I'm not trying to throw jewelers under the bus, like the,
Right.
But this is when it comes to that particular piece,
yeah.
it's something that you want to at least have some involvement with and ask a few more additional questions
Sure.
about.
Yep.
Yeah.
And going back to the custom thing, what we were just talking about, one thing I would recommend to people that are looking to have something like that done is give your jeweler time. Okay, the more time you can give them, you can actually save money. It'll
Yep.
be done, there's a good chance it'll be done properly. And, if you show up on Monday and you need it Tuesday or Wednesday, it's going to cost more. Everything has to be rushed. It might not be done properly. Give the jeweler time. You'll save money and it'll be done properly.
Yeah, get ahead of what you're doing. Yeah, don't put things off, like especially custom work to the last
Oh,
minute.
yeah.
Right, because then pressure's on everyone,
Everyone,
and they
it's-
have to pay more to get ahead of the game, basically.
Yeah, and nobody likes to be under pressure when you're custom
No.
making something.
No.
Right.
All right, so let's do one more quickie. You got a nice quick question that we can do, and then we'll call it a. Hey, if you're gonna start going down that road,
I didn't say anything.
all
Oh
right. I know.
We don't
Rachel's-
have another question.
Oh,
No?
yes, we had thousands.
No,
Oh, we
Yeah,
did
there
get
was
another
tons of
question.
them.
Yeah.
The
Is
rhodium
every-
one or
Is every jewelry repair place the same?
oh
Well, no.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, it all just depends on who's doing the work. You don't know who's doing the work. The way we do it, we have, like I say, we have a group of people that we send our work to. We don't have just one guy that does everything.
but we don't mail it.
But we also
A
don't
lot-
send it. I
a
was
lot of
going to say
people
that.
sending and they think we're going to mail it out. We
No.
don't do that.
Well, yeah, yes. But the most important part is, of course, if you trust the jeweler that you're dealing with, again, it's all by reputation. Find out. Talk to people that have had repair work done there before. I mean, it's hit or miss. Either they do a great job or they don't, and you'll find out right away.
Right.
And you kind of have, that's one of those things where you kind of have to shop around and find somebody. It's like finding a really good mechanic and then you stick with them. They're all mechanics.
I have
But,
a really good mechanic.
well, there you go. See, so that's the same thing
Yeah.
with finding a good repair jeweler is, you take them around and you look at the work that they're doing. And if they're doing great work and it's a fair price, you stick with them. If they don't, goodbye.
Yeah.
Stay away from the malls.
Oh, well.
Justin, say it one more time.
Stay away from the mall. Not to throw every single one of them in that category, but the majority of them, like we said, they're all owned by one company. They don't do anything on the premises. Nightmare. I mean, you've heard it. Nightmare after nightmare after nightmare
It's
comes
brutal.
into our store to fix their mistakes.
Yep.
And I won't say who, but we have been paid numerous times by these stores to correct problems
True.
that
Right.
have happened with these pieces. So.
And I guess a lot of people, when they bring repairs, they are concerned, like, where's it going? Are you mailing it? No, we don't. I mean, we have someone that brings it himself, and he sits down and stays with the jeweler the entire time. So
Yeah.
no one needs to be worried with us about what's happening with their jewelry.
Right, and
I don't
that's
know what
if it
other
goes
places.
out. We have a
if it goes out, exactly.
On-site
Well, it's a good
person.
question to ask.
Yes.
Who's responsible for it? Who's going to be keeping an eye on it? Because then there's always the issue of stones being switched and all of that, which I'm
Right.
sure we'll do a show about sometime in the future as well.
Definitely.
Right.
So, all right, let's call it a segment. Let's wrap it up here, and we're going to do our third and final segment in just 1 minute.
Hey people, it's Howard again. Tune into Gems of Knowledge every Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Hey, we want your input. What jewelry questions do you have? Be part of future episodes. Post your questions on our YouTube channel today and become an official Gems of Knowledge contributor.
All right, we're back. And this should be kind of interesting. We're just kind of going to wing it, so you have to kind of play along with us here. Not something that we've rehearsed, that's for sure.
No.
But Rachel came up with a very interesting idea. So why don't you go ahead and explain what we're going to be doing next?
So we wanted to do something different instead of the Celebrity Smackdown. So we chose a lot of Krypel jewelry that we have, and they each have 45 seconds to put on a bracelet, earrings, a necklace, and a ring on myself, and then we have to vote who did a better job.
Oh boy.
Oh, so it's
So
a
what-
contest
it's a
between me and
contest.
David.
Yes.
Oh boy. And why 45 seconds?
Well, no, I don't know if we decided how long.
Do you think 45 seconds? It can't be like you can't just
10
take your
minutes.
time. Like it's supposed to
Well,
be
what
a
if I want to
rush.
try a couple?
No.
Can't
That's
do that?
that's
All right.
the
Yeah,
that's the
and the other
whole
thing,
point.
let's talk. Let's just give Charles a plug here, since we're using his jewelry real quick, right?
Yeah.
Charles Krypel, one of the designers that we do a lot of business with, really great guy, does some fabulous work. We've got a whole tray full of his designs. Mostly, a lot of it's in sterling silver and gold, right?
And who picked
Yep.
this out?
I did.
She did.
Oh, so you like all of this
And
jewelry?
I just picked. I mean, we have so much Charles Krypel jewelry. It was hard to even choose. I'm like, I don't know which ones I want. So I just kind of went and just picked. I think like 4 of each item. So
Okay.
4 rings, 4 bracelets. So yeah.
And who's going to be the judge? We're
I
gonna
would
let
say
the
myself.
viewers.
No, I'm gonna judge.
Oh, we should have them vote.
Oh yeah, or they
Yeah.
could vote.
All right.
Well,
let's-
it's her show. It's
Okay.
her. It's
Oh,
her,
it's my show now.
It's your segment.
Awesome.
Segment. My lawyer's in the room. Can we get some clarification on that? Okay. So. All
right.
So you decide. It's your. How much time? I mean, we've got to move around a little bit. Give
Okay,
us like-
I'm gonna say 45 seconds.
All right.
So I have a stopwatch.
And who gets to go first? Do we flip coins here? Arm
Yep.
wrestle? What are we doing?
Well, then I would be going first.
All right, I'm putting a ring in my hand.
Oh, I see how it goes.
Whoever chooses the hand with the ring goes first.
Okay.
Okay. Who wants to pick?
We're both negotiators. He's not going to go first.
Oh, David's
David's
going
first.
first.
Well, see, that's why you should have known better than that. All right, but you went for it. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on here. I'm
I
gonna
took
take,
all my jewelry off.
All right, let me just take off these headset here for a second.
Okay.
Now, do I get to look first? Can I see what
Time it.
mean,
Time
Timer
started.
starts
Hey, this has to be fair. Come on.
now.
That's it, Dave.
This is not as easy
Jesus.
as it sounds. Okay, all right, fine. Here.
Ooh.
All right, do I have to put it
That's
on?
not. Yeah, that's not.
Well, move your hair out of the way. I'm gonna clip you right. Well, she's. I don't want to. Distractions
8,
here.
19 seconds.
Oh.
Come on.
All right.
How am I doing?
A minute. We'll do a minute. We'll do a minute.
That's too short.
30
Oh,
seconds.
yes. Oh, beautiful.
You gotta put
You
it
have
on.
to put it on, Dave.
Honey, will you marry me? Okay, fine. We got that out of the way. Sorry about that.
I mean,
I'm sure her husband's not going to be real happy to hear it.
Husband.
husband. I have a husband.
Oh, she's single? I didn't know. Okay, here. Do I clip this on? Oh, now you're asking for
Ryan's a cool dude. Oh! Ryan, what is this guy doing?
Hey, babe.
No, there's no way this is going to happen.
Let's go. Oh, you're done.
1 minute.
Well.
All right, so let's see.
Well, I'll just
I
like flip
can- I
it
got
sideways
this.
like this. Does it have to be?
What are you? That's not even my ear.
Now, we don't even have to do
Well-
earrings, right?
That was a fail for
Yeah.
Dave.
All right.
Justin,
I got
I hope
this.
you took notes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
See, now
Exactly
he knows how
what
to.
to do.
Now he knows what to do. See, I gave it
All
all
right.
away.
Yes. See, going first is always
So-
best.
Well,
All right, you gotta take
I
them
think
off.
that's it's a nice matching.
They want-
You gotta take
Did
them
you
off
take?
now.
Do you want me to smile? What do you want me to do?
Just we're gonna do a screenshot. There's sneeze. All right, so we got it. So,
Okay.
One ring and a necklace.
but can I?
David.
Well, see. But no, can I just mention how it's a matching ensemble to what you're wearing? The black goes with the black. Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah, sure.
It is a match. You did
Let's
pick
go.
a match.
All right, that's all I'm
You
saying.
did.
All right,
I
you
would
gotta
never.
take the
I feel like
necklace
I would
off.
never choose this myself, but now that I have it on,
No,
Ooh.
you
I'm
gotta
kinda
take the
digging
necklace
it.
off.
See that? Maybe this guy, after a few years, knows what he's doing.
I like this clasp too.
Yeah, I know. It's
You
beautiful.
chose the easy.
Yep.
All right.
I think David
Okay.
pierced my ear somewhere
Oh,
else.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
See, I'm such a sucker when it comes to stuff like that.
All
All right,
right.
come on. Who's next?
All right. Obviously, Justin.
Oh,
All
Justin.
right.
Fine.
Ready? Go.
Set, go.
Go.
I got this. Nice and easy. Yeah. Oh,
No
look at
fair.
that.
Did you guys
Wait.
have this?
Ooh, matching ring.
No, leave it the way he
Let's
put
do
it on
this
you.
on this finger, since it's
Oh,
not your
perfect.
engagement ring finger. Nice and easy.
Actually,
And-
this is my engagement ring finger.
And
I'm
look
sorry.
at that. Oh, sorry, Ryan. And let's go with the cuff.
Oops.
Look at that. That matches
Wow.
the whole ensemble. Done.
No, you didn't put earrings.
No,
Earrings,
I
earrings.
don't want. I choose not
You
to.
have to do
no,
earrings.
No,
That's
no.
part.
That's-
Yes, you
that's-
do.
No, I
No.
think it. With your hair down, that's it.
Oh, that's
39
no
seconds.
fair. No fair.
Look.
That's,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me? Come on.
Done. Boom. Look at that.
Justin
All
had
right.
time
Do
to
it.
plan that.
So
He was sitting there staring at the jewelry, making
Yeah,
three
while I'm
setups
over
in
here
his
making a
head.
fool out of myself, he's going, I'm going to put this together.
Justin sat there and he studied.
Yeah.
I should
Yeah.
have hid the try.
There you go. There you go.
I do like this ring.
Yeah.
I
That's
like
a
bigger
new
rings.
process they're doing. It's
that?
quartz on top of
Turquoise.
with
Yeah,
set
that's
in
really,
silver.
really pretty.
You got the necklace. That's in style.
Stick
the
that ring
chokers
up
are in
again,
style,
Rachel.
too.
But
But either
so are
really
the
long or really short.
Yes.
Say again, Howard?
I said, stick that ring up again. I'm going to zoom in a little more. Let me see if I can.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold
Put the
just
ring up.
Put your hand like this. and
Like
kinda
you just
hold it
were.
there.
Rachel's gonna tell him where to stick it.
Wow. That's good. No, that looks great.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
And the necklace.
Yeah.
Not sure how you want to zoom in on that, but
Bracelet.
I think Howard's
bracelet.
having- Yep. Oh, that's great.
no, yeah.
All right. So now that we've done this, and we really shouldn't put poor Rachel on the spot and make her
Pick?
try to pick who's the
Oh, I
best,
think
the
it's
best
a
guy.
clear
Obviously,
choice.
yeah. So,
Justin is much more confident.
okay. Well, he knows you better than
You
I
seemed
do.
a little flustered.
I was. That was, a lot of. I take these things very seriously.
So
Anyway.
All right.
I like this ring better, but I did like your necklace better.
The choker.
I did.
So it was a tie,
Tie.
after all, huh?
But you
All right.
both failed because you didn't complete the task. So
What do you mean?
Guys don't put
neither
earrings
of
on
you
girls.
No.
did
that's a-
earrings.
We don't put
Yeah.
stuff
That
in.
shouldn't have been part of the
Yeah.
deal.
Oh, now it's not. It was never a problem before.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that segment.
Anyone?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Here, have fun. So, Justin, how have you been?
Pretty good. How about
Hey,
yourself?
Not too bad. So that was obviously a lot of fun, and I hope we never do it again. What is going to be? Well, let's ask our studio guy, Dana, real quick. Where are we at? No, I mean, yeah. All right. So what we're going to do, our director has told us that I think we should end it at this segment.
Okay.
And call it a shot. But I think we did a pretty okay job.
Yeah.
And we'll
was fun.
it's all new to us. We're just experimenting and having fun with it. We hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah. So if you guys have any ideas, let us know.
And we'll leave it right there. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Guess who? Howard again. If you enjoyed our show, we'd really appreciate your support. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share us with your friends. And remember to join us next Sunday for more Gems of Knowledge.
Thanks again for joining us. We had a great time, and we hope you did too. Remember, tune in next week for an all-new episode. Our shows air every Sunday at 12:30. And they're also available to watch anytime on our Gems of Knowledge YouTube channel. Please like us on Facebook, share us with your friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next week.